Hi there, welcome back to another video on AMC. Tonight you join me in lovely weather. It's absolutely pouring outside, so you can probably hear that rain. It's just another sunny day in England. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is the current situation with AMC for today, because things are getting very interesting, and people are saying that it is possible that we are very close to the squeeze. So we've seen massive increases in the stock both before and after market hours. People have many different theories as to why this is. I'm going to be giving some of my thoughts, then we'll have a look at the numbers, then again I'll give a bit more of my predictions towards the end of the video. It's going to be quite quick, but I hope you guys will still enjoy it, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because we are trying to grow this YouTube channel. We're doing an amazing job, guys, so thank you everybody for all the support, but let's keep it going and obviously spread this video to more people as we do go on. So let's start off by looking at the share price over the past day or so and what we have seen. So first things first, let's have a quick look at that candle. We've seen very high highs today actually in comparison to what we usually see, which is really good. We can see that today we broke past about the $10.50 range. This was, I do believe, before hours, because we haven't really seen much growth today. Obviously towards the early part of the day as well, we were seeing these big increases in price, but for the majority of the day, the share price has not really moved by too much, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially with the situation that we are in with AMC at the moment. But yeah, we saw a big increase in the after hours yesterday, and people have many suggestions as to why this could be. Some people think it is just shorts actually testing their position and just getting rid of a few shares, covering a few shares, but not too many, just to see how much this one would come up by. I think that's an interesting theory, and again, it could be possible, and if it is possible, we could see a lot of growth for AMC when they do fully decide to start covering. I've heard multiple different pages on Reddit talk about the potential highs that we could be seeing if that was a bit of a covering yesterday, and that could bring us up to potentially $96,000 according to some Reddit pieces of due diligence, and I do think that is an interesting thing that we are seeing. So yeah, we saw a big increase in after hours. The majority of today, if I can show you on the, let's go for the 15-minute charts, you can see it has been quite flat, you know, from obviously about 1, and even before that, not too much has gone on with AMC, unfortunately, but that does not really matter, because as I have mentioned, the share price is up today by about 3.7%, which is fantastic. Obviously, we are on this road for the more long term. You know, it definitely could happen short term, don't get me wrong, but either way, we are probably still holding for the long term, just to be safe and to not get our estimates, you know, too high. So hopefully you can hear that thunder in the background, because, you know, the weather, it's just an absolute storm. But let's get back to AMC and have a look at the 1 day. So 1 day, this is another area of focus for me. We can see that today, the volume that we are seeing is about 38.25 million. So that's today. Obviously looking a bit further back to yesterday, we're seeing 39, 37 the day before that, 15 down here, so just a few days ago. The general theme that we are seeing is that volume is stepping down. Actually, it is picking itself back up a little bit, but that is to be expected, as people do try and buy into AMC, obviously as the share price does go back up. I think this could potentially be what we see in the future. Once this thing starts to get past $12, $13, I think we probably will see that FOMO kick in, and more people could buy AMC from that point. But obviously, where we are right now, the share price is still quite low. Obviously, we did take a bit of an increase today, but the share price is still relatively low. Let's have a quick look at some other pieces of information which you do want to know. That this top piece of information obviously comes from yesterday, and the rest of it down below will come from today. So obviously yesterday we were seeing a short volume ratio of 25%. Market volume was 40.7 million, short volume 10 million, just over 10 million. So again, going down a bit further, we can see that the amount of shares available to short, according to 52 minutes ago, was 3,000, and again, different sources are showing different things. But what we know is it is still quite low. It's very low. We have seen it lower than this, I do believe. I think it was even at 2,000 at one point. But 3,000 coming from Fintel is quite low. And even if it's a little bit higher than that, it is still quite low. Let's now move on to something which I find interesting, because this is where we are seeing a big step up in price for AMC. And this comes under short borrow fee rates. So before we've seen quite low short borrow fee rates, now we are seeing over here on Fintel that the short borrow fee rate updated 1 hour ago was 78.7%. Now, I've heard multiple different sources quoting this once more at different points. I've seen some people saying that it's over 100%, some people saying it's over 200%. If that's the case, fantastic, but all I can tell you is what I can see on my screen, which is down here at around 80%. Regardless of whether it's 80% or 200 plus, the fact is still the same. It's very, very high regardless, and it is stepping up. So you know what, we could probably expect that to increase as things do go on. So AMC today, I think it is really picking up, and it is good to see. I think if people think it's squeezing already, I would not say that. I personally would not. I think we are becoming closer and closer every single day. Inevitably, if it is going to squeeze, I think we're getting better and better. Today we are above the $10 mark. Hopefully we can close above the $10 mark. If we can do that, that would be great as well. But I think ultimately the share price, for me at least, does not matter. And I know a lot of people are going to say, how can you say that? If the share price is low, it's good. If the share price is high, it's bad. Or perhaps even the other way around. To me, the reason why the share price does not necessarily matter is because we are seeing so much manipulation. In my opinion, of course, this is just speculation. But we are seeing so much shorting of the stock and so much potential manipulation out there that is just a bit, hard to rely on the share price. Is it being driven up artificially? Is it being sold off artificially? Does it even matter? For me, I can just tell you about my personal position and what I am doing. I actually own shares of AMC, as I have mentioned in pretty much every single video. I'm holding mine, hoping it does squeeze. If it squeezes, fantastic. If it doesn't squeeze, I only put in like 3 grand, so, it's not that bad for me. Obviously, only put in what you are willing to lose, and this video was not financial advice. But I hope you did enjoy. We looked at some of the facts, and I tried to make it as quick for you as possible, so make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy. I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.